Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Patera here with a quick video for you. We are starting to harvest our Yukon Gold potatoes. We are pushing day 70 this week. You can harvest them anywhere from day 70 to up to 90. We did them last year as far as pulling them. We harvested them around day 80 and it did very well. We're pushing around 70 and we've been checking a couple of our plants and we're getting a lot of potatoes. This week we're supposed to get a lot of rain, so we decided to start pulling them and harvesting them and seeing what we get. Last year on one row, a 70-foot row of Yukon Golds, we got about 120 pounds. So we did a little bit longer variation of rows, and we also did 2 rows. So the goal is 200 pounds. We'll see if we get there. Also know that when you plant your potatoes, you always rotate where you never plant them in the same place. So of course where you see them here, they will not be next year. So we're going to start pulling. Let's see how it goes, and fingers are crossed. Alright, we're going to start pulling. We do everything by hand. I know a lot of farmers have tractors and do different things, but we're just so accustomed to doing everything by hand. Oh, look there. That we just continue to rock and roll with that. I do have gloves on, but... So you're going to pull the plant. They've already started collapsing. They've already bloomed. We're past all of that. So now we're just going to dig. Look here. These are these Yukon Golds. That's just one deal there. You get dirty, but it's nice. Look at this soil that we have up here. I mean, it is just beautiful. Everybody talks about the red clay of Tennessee. Not always true. So we're just very fortunate. We live on a very old homestead. I've been told by several people this was a large cattle area many years ago. So probably has a lot to do with this. Some of these will be big, some of these will be small. So far we're doing pretty good. Keep digging. The main goal is, even if some of these potatoes were small, we don't want them to rot. And like I said, when you start getting all this rain in, see, that probably was part of the seed potato right there. See right here? There's the seed potato. There's still a couple of these small potatoes. Some folks take these and still cook them up, put them in with beans, these little tiny ones. But we're more interested in this size. We absolutely eat a lot of potatoes. It's part of the Appalachian diet for sure. And I'm going to tell you, there is nothing better than homegrown potatoes. They are very tender, very, just the skin is so fine and smooth and just fabulous. Now to get these 2 rows that we have planted, I bought a 50-pound bag of Yukon Golds. I think it cost $22. So, if we get 200 pounds, which is our hopeful goal, then I think we'll come ahead. So we'll keep pulling. We'll be back with you. Okay, so if you're wondering how we planted this, obviously we had prepared the soil. I hand trenched the entire rows myself with a hoe. And then I planted, we had cut the seed potatoes into different, to where each of the actual seed potatoes themselves had at least 2 or 3, I like to get 2 or 3 eyes on each section. And we put that in here. I actually put down some Epsom salt and in here, and that's all I did. We covered them up really thick, really heavy with its actual dirt. And then I came back and I mulched with straw. So that is the method that we have used the past 2 years for our potatoes. So this is actually our 3rd year. Because we did do it at an urban style. We did big barrels and in the ground at our old house in the suburbs. It worked just fine. So let's see. So I know that a lot of folks will go, "Girl, why are you out here by hand?" I like doing this. I think it's fun. It's like a treasure hunt. Who doesn't love that? Come on. So this is exciting. We're just going to keep going. Let's see how much we get. Alright guys, we just finished the 1st row. It's actually starting to get dark, and it actually started to rain on us. So we may try to finish the 2nd row, we may not. We'll see how this ends up, but at least we got the 1st row harvested tonight. We have guesstimated that out of this 1 row that we have gotten somewhere between 120 and 130 pounds of these potatoes. They have just done remarkable this year. My instinct was to come out here and harvest them a little bit early. I just think that was the smart move, and it has certainly paid off. We have a couple that are, you know, a little bit on the smaller side, but man, we have a lot that are just massive. Just to go over with you again what I did when we planted them, I actually did put down, I didn't tell you, we put down, I believe it's the dolomitic lime, and I threw some Epsom salt. That's all I did. Grew the plants, obviously. We covered them back with their dirt, and you just cannot go wrong with straw, okay, with organic gardening. Really covered them up really heavy and thick. When it came time for them to start getting bigger and for them to start blooming, I started watching for the potato bugs. You might have seen that in my gardening video. And the only thing I used for pest control was two things. Plucking them off by hand and dropping them in a bucket of water every day. I just walk through and check and flip the leaves, look for the, you know, the eggs underneath there. And also I used neem oil. And the plants have stayed very healthy. They started giving way, and I told my husband, I said, I'm going to start, you know, pulling a few just to see what's going on. And I'm telling you, I'm really happy. So if we've gotten between 120 and 130 pounds here, easy, you know, I think we're going to meet our goal this year. We're very excited. So planting potatoes is just an absolute benefit for multiple reasons. For growing plants, but also to put away things for the winter. And we're just tickled to death. This is just, like I said, it's like searching for gemstones and mining for gold. It's just wonderful. So we appreciate you watching. We hope you learned a little something tonight. We're going to enjoy these. Be sure to, you know, subscribe here if you like what you see. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and we have our own blog. Send us any questions, and we just appreciate y'all's support. You're part of the reason we love doing what we're doing. We love this community of homesteaders and just good people. So y'all take care out there. We're going to see if we can get us some more potatoes.